what is your critique of your show?
Yeah, I mean, isn't this a sellout in this nice gallery, and everybody's happy, but nobody's really provoked, and nobody really wants to make a difference now. They're all happy and go home with their nice ideas of how we potentially or not could make a difference, but we go home and we don't do anything anyway.
How would you hope that people get to vote?
I don't know. I don't hope to provoke people. I just hope to how you like. As I said yesterday, the artist talk. I mean, the best thing I can do is convey my enthusiasm for landscape, and somehow I hope this is contagious. So that's the best I can do, really. But I don't know. I hope it works.
I think that the aesthetic is almost too beautiful.
Yeah.
That's maybe
we were talking about yesterday.
That's a point that is nice to have at home.
Yeah. But I mean, look at this. It's like pretty fucked up material, really. It's very rough. Just rubber from old cars or old tractors, you know. I mean, recycling. Yes, this is recycling material. There's nothing about it. I mean, I am aware of this problem, and I'm trying to community. I'm not so afraid of being a little bit seeming a little bit simple. I like it rather than sort of making this impression of this very smart guy. You know, it's rather make an impression of a simple person. It's my strategy.
It's his exhibition, so we are trying to critique the exhibition. We have problems.
Self-made. Also, the glass is recycling from the building. I pulled out the glass.
Really nice.
And this is Sylvan wood, you know, with stained wood, and make these myself because I'm very bad at cutting the 45.
It's different.
Angles, so I make this. It's better, yeah.
How do you feel to be so successful?
What is success? You can ask. I mean, now I sold a few pieces, right? But I haven't seen the money yet. But but what is success? I mean, success. Maybe it doesn't last very long. You know, maybe it's only this show, and then nobody wants to see any of my art anymore. But I mean, success for me really is if you sort of move people, and if people come and see the show, and that has definitely been the case. And I have gotten some positive response, but I'm still waiting for the negative response. I got parts of it, and yesterday at the artist talk, which was very good. Yeah.
So I have a question, like calligraphy master Celine.
Okay.
About your calligraphy, you depend one type or just this kind of?
Maybe two types. I sort of I sometimes try to imitate like old, like Garamond.
There are all styles.
Yeah, old styles.
Have you ever tried some other types
No.
in Latin script?
Actually not, no. Because I somehow boiled it down to these two types because I felt most comfortable with these. Yeah. But I don't consider myself a real calligraphy artist, you know. It's sometimes a bit too crooked, and then I make mistakes and I just paint them over. So I'm not so fuzzy about the calligraphy.
But you made this, you write like this every day, or is it something you have been just doing? Because to me it looks very...
Well, I don't write like this every day.
It looks very impersonal.
Yeah. Unpersonal, yeah. Yes.
Your personality is not in this, I am not really.
Yeah, but you're right. I'm always trying to hide my own personality a little bit behind this fictive person that I call the day tripper. So it's just because I'm a bit ashamed of just always, putting me in the front. But I'm actually, it's a bit of an exception over in the spider one, where this little essay book where I actually write in first person. Actually, otherwise I don't write in first person.
But don't you repeat yourself with the Day Tripper?
Yes.
You have not been going on with the same character for years?
Precisely, and I'm thinking when I'm going to bore people, start boring people with it, and I'm wondering if maybe it should be developed. I'm very slow and very, I always doubt which way to go,
Yeah. But this is very difficult to understand because you have an object, you have the drawing there, and the frame. I love the frame actually. I like better the frame than the drawing there. and you have these things, and it's actually when you put it together, it's a very complex installation. That. I like this machine, but when I see all these things, it disturbs me.
It's not from the same family.
There is no harmony and there is no conflict. It's too nice for me. It's too. You need. I would like to have something disgusting. The worms.
Did the gallery ask you to make something clean?
No, not at all. They didn't at all interfere with what I was going to make. And they're never asking me to do easily sellable stuff. They're very, very correct.
Can you say something about the boxes, the glass boxes there?
As for spiders? Or?
Yes.
I'm not really the one to give you disgusting art, but I mean this is a little bit, I left this just as ugly and dirty as it was. I didn't clean it or anything, and yesterday there were people commenting on this way of presenting the spiders, but I'm actually, because it makes it very delicate and nice, but I'm happy with that. I mean, I understand the critique of the framed drawings, and they're not really my main, what do you call it?
Concern. Concern.
Project, main project. Project is always the word that fits. They're not my main thing. I like the sculpture the best, and the frames are actually an attempt to give a sculptural character to the drawings because I feel uncomfortable with it.
But questioning the frame and the framing of the artwork is not a kind of past déjà vu.
It's a very old thing.
This question, the artist questioning the frame, the canvas, the pigments. How can we do that when the world is collapsing in our days?
Yeah, I wonder, is this still relevant? I mean, is this... But sometimes I'm wondering, have we somehow become a bit more ignorant in a way that we don't... that we're not concerned about that too much anymore? Have we become a bit shallow in our way of presenting the art? I don't know.
Yeah, because I remember when we saw you last time in the delegation, this thing of like going with the warm, it seems like you're strong for me in this going on the street and making people wonder what is it that leads to, and then all of us here, of course, I love this piece. There's many things that I like. I love the mushroom machine and everything, but it could be that people don't get your spirit, your crazy spirit, and there come some people who just wants to have like beautiful art in their house, buy your art, and then it stays there. It could happen.
And it's gone forever. Yeah, I'm thinking about that too. So I'm actually sometimes thinking, it's nice to sell a thing, if that happens. I mean, this show is maybe hasn't been they put before the sales, but. I mean, and then the thing's gone in somebody's collection and you never see it again, and I'm not always happy actually especially some pieces that I used to have on my own wall, and then I have to sell them.
How important is it for you to make this demonstration of the object? I mean, you can present them two ways, just a fictive machine where you look at it and then you get the feeling how it would be like this to use it. And the other thing is you do walks like you did in Beaver project as well, where you demonstrate it. So how important is that part where you become like a performance artist?
I've always been reluctant to do the performance art, and I've always been sort of persuaded to do it. Yeah, because as I told you before, I don't like to sort of put myself in front, and I like to speak have the art speak for itself. But you know, when I'm sort of slowly giving in that maybe I can do it anywhere and sort of present the art in an active way, like almost performative. And then one day I even got invited for a performance festival, and I was a bit surprised. I thought, am I a performance artist now, or what? You know, okay.
Where was that? In Roskilde?
Yeah.
I was there.
Okay.
So you were a better performer for me than you were an artist. Anyway, this is something I was missing for the vernissage. I saw the machine and I remember you in the room. You could have done that here.
Yeah.
In the middle of vernissage, moving around and then looking for warmth and saying this could be very strong. And your point has been reflected much better.
Yeah,
Since I was there.
I did it for the artist talk, actually. But yeah, the question is always, is it becoming too much of a clown thing, you know? But it's strong, yeah.
No, but when you are doing that, probably you have to think that you are going to make a performance and prepare that. You are preparing any piece of work. Just very, very reflective at that. Don't just do it because they make fun and then smiling. But
I think I have to go to school again.
Do you think people understand you, or
Pardon?
do you have the feeling to be alone, or people understand you?
Oh, I think I think I'm sometimes too clear about what I'm.
You're too clear.
Yeah.